me sure say what say the minister lands and natural resource ora amaboa e da betu dwa say the aye there esefata say sisi no yen river ene ye forest zones ni nyina no wa declare ni nyina as national security zones eno sa no na chese obia enko honom eno sa no wa oba attempt say obekọ honom no ebe ha dwene ye pa military and afi so omo a sefata say do ko ho ban senior national security zones bia ye no no sa pepepe and aban no etu no ho esi wo so oba beye enti no all the river bodies are nyina and afi so forest zones are nyina no has been declared national security zones we any state of emergency we a national security zone na aban ne ka kire say de aye no de o de hihye bi na ato ho eni no obo no ho moden se obetumi aboa ama sa anti I say Galamsey ni nyina no sebi ye bejai na yensuo na fa so ye duane ene yen soil eniema sebio ye de hyefoma ye dua na ye so ye di ayekoya no bia no ebetumi adimu me no kasa sesi no last week or so me ka kire wo say ya nye careful aduane a yedie aduane a ye maamenom efa efi certain regions eba ye Greater Accra omo Ashanti region, Western region, Central region, Eastern region, even Savannah sebio mu edua nuaba ma ya yeso yedi ekoye yemu no ya nye careful ye full security ebe ye problem meka ho asem na meka ho asem no na ofo se bia media agro na enso no sisi amene wo ka say or how kese pa and ababeto yeso ewo omam hanam especially with our full security and our face so yensuo asebi ye benom kra no ho aka yie pa na no na dwumeko bi from Pure Earth and our face so Environmental Protection Agency EPA aye wonderful assessment bi ene ye ba be hu komo yie pa me ba be show the echo ene de ba ye hu me no ka say aye hu pa yensuo ayenom in certain parts of this country no ho asem no ka no aye din yie pa na EPA and our face so Pure Earth for any artisanal and small scale gold mining in Ghana ho enkomo hana se ho enomo call ya omoko cheke sanyema we nyina especially baby ayetu egudie no illegally omo edi ensuo ene sabio omo say form ho ene chemicals omo use aye friend no mercury and afi so arsenic chemicals baby aye use nyina no effect no the echo ene the eba enti say wo hwe the echo so wo radio so no obetemi kan afi so wo Facebook no ko Kessben 92.9 Kessben 92.9 na obenya wo Facebook na wa hwe the me catch no report no aba akodi minister nsem no we also have a copy exclusive and ye pese ye de emam na mu hu problem illegal mining no ekoso ewo Ghana memu hanom na omo ayusu the date of August 2024 to September 2025 and omo ye medical catcher say Pure Earth for NFA so EPA for and edi say dwumadi we a omo check how mercury NFA so other chemicals are yedi tu agudie no na ye wi a ye yusu yankasa yensuo no ene ye nsase no enema omudi gum chemicals no omudi gum no ho effect ene ho susuanso a de ebre no na ye hwe sesia no se na medi kan no omo ye a very good assessment omo ne EPA na omo assessment no omo ye no mo check toxic metals sebi yedi tu agudie no form ho the effect emmanuel no eno ho komo na me no edc na me catch us omo ne artisanal and small scale gold mining in Ghana ASGM4 sites eno omo koye it is small scale for no baby omo tu omo agudie no honom eno omo koye sa research no person may tiase ehun sunsuanso no when large scale for there no na mom no small scale for no omo ayese omo too small scale na nye penyimfo na kakraka na omo eye de sane de fatanite ho na omo koy na omo ko check ye no they had a specific objective na omo objective ne say no person omo check eye toxic how a form any ensuo no asay ni indro bone akomu ye fe bibi toxic metals mo amoye science mo so amonim ade kakra no se ka show say metals na ya na mo nche dan fa mani ehu na mbom no endro na mo use omo de upon gold no ho no ekomu a gold na kasa mu ni ye metal ekọ eye nsase ni ni ye nsuo ni mu a ha adwene ye pa na mo check ye mfra ma sabi ye home omo check ye nsuo ye home sorry ye nom na omo check crops nnuane ba ye die egu ye yem ti se kontomre carrot cassava ene dia ka gina na omo check fish sabi na ma ye yi ewo nsuo mu a sabi ye de koye num ye di ma ye so ye nya hoɔden no eno ho na omo ko check ye into soil water crops and afi so fish na omo check ye ewo sa bron no ya ma bebo so enche ama wo no na definitely omo priority was to check say contamination level say ehun kan na aka no level no etesen as nipa edia obewu na so say enye no alarming food security we dey anka bi be ka say anka food security friends national security zone no anka sisi ade bebia enam ene ensuo ene sabio eduane ye die efisa brono no eba eye other regions ni nyina no ye stop it and so say yenye ne den omo ho atimamufo no mote sa region ni mu no so no omo enye den no be so mo san ti ase say mercury na omo ede ye gold no ho adwuma no ene ye duane sem no akwakosi san eno ho enkomo ena ne ye ba bedie no as to which regions omo ko ye nyina no ye ba bedi hu enkomo yie pa na omo check omo nyum person omo ye nyina no omo ko eye regions na wo hwe eye board ne so a baby resport ni woni nyina no eye baby omo ko ye omo ko check eye how effective and I say how serious eye issue na ye di hu enkomo sisi ano etie ewo these regions na midi hu enkomo melesty regions ni nyina ma bremo no de me pesa me chon say wo hwe map ne so a baby gold tuo ewo pa no ana omo ko ho no omo ko check sa de ni nyina and indeed regions no omo ko no omo ko check ye no omo check from eastern region, western region, Ashanti region, central region, western north and after savannah regions sa bronu ya na sa regions ya me boss these are the areas a one map no so na aye dotted red na make sure no danger na wo ho no honom na omo koye omo research no anaso omo adwuma no omo koye ho no omo koye no omo check purposes am be ka kire wo no metals no mercury ne enyem omo use de ye gold no and afi so hazard omo koso ama environment no enho adwuma na omo ekoye no and that those were the things that me ka kire initially before this one now shebiwa obomu say EPA ni mpemfo ni bi pure earth for ni bi ejina hono broni no and afi so maami bibini no mo jina homo kra fidi a omo check the content away mframa de no na omo check sisi a now omo check a omo use GPS recording so real time we nye baaku bi a obeye kire na wotwe ansa na wahu de obese wokono we no real time machines and omo use equipment papa and omo use ya omo de the first one that we're doing was a mercury vapor sampling na no jumedie bi a wo ye machine no ene kra no ma wo show Facebook 92.9 no obehu machine de kra abayiwa no na broni ni jan ne nche omo de check how your friend omo tumi ye analysis of mercury the content of mercury etumi assay both your friend say in terms of air make sure so omo hwe inframem omo hwe cross na omo hwe yensuo mu nyina no sa machine no omo use de ye sa adwumadi a me no ka ho asemi me very interesting na omo ye no Ashanti region no omo ko konongo odumase konongo zongo nyame betre na omo ko ye wa Ashanti region woko central region omo ko akwa boso honom na omo ko ye wo hwe Ashanti region sample size no omo use wo hwe konongo odumase a 60 Konongo Zongo 100 and Nyamebetwe 90. Oba central region so Akwaboso no omo use samples mako 100 and eastern region omo ko Esiakwa hoso omo use 83 omo ko Osino bebia Owura Makati edi ho dwuma aboho ndewro bebebe no Osino hoso omo use 110 samples and omo use ye okọ Savannah regional omo ko Dakrupe omo use 106 and afi so okọ Tinga omo use 140 saso and alcohol western north Lake Aponsa omo use sample of 80 western region Prisia omo use 76 and afi so Wasa Kenyako omo use 100 samples. So what it tells you is say omo aye adwuma, they give us all the sample size omo de kwakọ ye adwuma, therefore the probability say omo benya de send de fata no very great and enho adwuma na omo ye no. Now yenhwe yensuo ene kwan omo fa so omo hu de ekoso ewo yensuo mu. Enti brono a mebobo so kire wo nyina ewo that 6 regions no ehonom ena omo koye sa adwumadie we nyina. Na omo ye no ye water sample no omo esose water bodies na omo ekọ ho kohwe ye ne dia na boreholes, wells and afi so ensuo etene efa important ho nyina no eno na omo use ye na ahonom no mkofa samples ne so omo de go bottle mu preserve ye ebi ice no omo de call lab to really check the content any edro any yare any metals akọ ensuo ni mu no eno ho adwuma ena omo koye ye no obehu se ensuo ni bi ana mante no omo ye research no omo esa efi ensuo na disi aye brown se kokoi ena omo esa bie no omo de akọ lab no omo akọ check how yensuo no metals akom enu nti no se ebedupo na se yese ye dane no po ama ya nomo a eho sunsuanso no kra no etesen eno ena hu sesia no ana mo ko yenuane eso enuane ne so no obehu se mfoni no eda hono a abrantie ne ababawa no akuto fom mo check how the soil and afa so enuane ba na se fom ho no eho problems ene eho sunsuanso chemicals no mo use de your friend say tu agudie no omo check no we kontomre wa utumi hu wa hanom taro leaves sa ene your friend no na o check here eno eho adwuma eno mo ye wo horo full sampling so no omo say omo efa clean soil particles under 40 degrees Celsius eno mo fa and enuane so omo group ye omo fa omo kwakọ ye mu hwehwemu legumes root and afesu tuber eno no te se banche bayede mankan ni de aka nyina vegetables and afesu atosode fruits and also omo fa so omo kwakọ hwe hawa ombetimi aye nti wo hwe mfoni na uhu tomatoes uhu cucumber uhu tomatoes uhu legume uhu onions uhu dia kan nyina fruit bia na vegetables bia bese uhu bia bebia ye duafi especially western region the Ashanti region and afi so central region bia nnuane ni fiba no ahonom eno moko check ni nyina nti ntrowa ni moko ni jene ni dia kan nyina omo check ni nyina efa samples ni bi efa samples no ye de sese omo ye etu so hwe jene wo hwe de aka nyina so say problem ewo ho so say problems ni ho ankomo nkoye sa dwumadie we nyina ewo ho tomatoes ene egu ho no na uhu sesia no jene ene garlic ene de aka nyina no omo ko check sa samples ni nyina ewo ho no. It's interesting now wo check enam fish sample no mo ye no so omo target 7 samples of fish and na we are and omo sample ye no omo sample ye no omo de call ye no eno ho nkomo ena ho wa ha no ena omo label enam no ebi tilapia ebi hwan enam bia wonim say these regions produce efi omo nsuom ye de ba nkramemu ha ene other regions na sebe ye wi na no omo ekoye ho samples omo ko 5 bi ekoye ho samples omo de ho sunsuanso ene de aka nyina no ebedan ne no ene yekoso sesia laboratory okoye no omo ko check ye no omo ko Zongo site honom no omo ko eastern region Savannah western and after so western north and central region nyina no these are the food crops on fire numbers and the soil on fire samples on fire no data our de call lab and who nyina and no de ato ha no figures ni nyina and who ewa ha no no figures no does ye pa but it tells you say they've done enough job to really check and tell us say the ekoso ewo ye mining sectors no the ekoso ewo eye bebia ye tu eye agudie no ha adwene ye ebekuyen in the later days no yare ene ohawa edebe breye insusan so edebe breye wo mamu ha no edoso ye pa eno ho komo na ye di sisia no. Now check this. Omokoye no omoko check na lab eye bibia wie ye no won say lab djuma so wie the results ebro results no omode bre wo no very very strange. Now share omo check eye soil na ye dua eye nnuane ni wo mu no. For instance eye Konongo Zongo Ashanti region be catch us omo for samples ni bi wo honom na omo e de koye omo check ye no omo catch say ensase no eye highly contaminated with mercury. Highly contaminated with mercury because of the Galamsey na koso no. What it means is that say assassin po eye highly contaminated when it comes to mercury there. What it means is that say wodua ade ana sabi ennuane ehye form sesia what is going to happen is say be very highly contaminated. Aduane na ye de brown no make catch us omo use tubers omo use eye jenene eye fruits abanyina no de efi form ebanyina no de de yesi use oguso enyini efi form obanyina no assassino is contaminated highly in mercury, which is serious. Yanya careful the tiane say aduane bi ebedi bia no we have a high level of mercury metals in them. The hydrogen ye bemu ayare isusanso no edoso. So you can imagine in yani efi eye konongo eba any exporter and also beka ye di fi eye konongo bedun kran ye di fi konongo eko eye Ashanti region Kumasi ne Mampone dia kenyina ye di fi hono mako eye north any dia kenyina highly contaminated with mercury hydrogen. Now konongo odumase omo cheke Pristia cheke your friend said the group was Savannah Pristia in Western region. Hono so omo cheke ye no omo say we have a potential health risk. Potential health risk which is serious. See catch you say obi ekra anase bono na ebeboso no a very potential in health risk e show say eniema ensem fata eniema eye agudie no eye amode aye nyina wo from ho enuane ebedi enyina no eye health risk. What it means is that san combine no eye very careful obeka show say some mpotemia me boss yi konongo duma say Pristia in Western region the group in Savannah no anka nuane efi ho ba anka timemufo no moti ho no kra no by this time can see a stop mumu eduane omudi nyina ni embomo etna se ni ehwehwe mu yie because me no ka say day in day out there's potential high risk of health e was abro no so what it means again is that aban ebesan tiska aban ebesan kobiom na wakwakode sika kwakwehye health e wo hon cost ema eye oman no ye cheki ensuo e wo eye esiakwa lake aponsa and afi so nyame betra. What it tells you is so almost say we dey ehun ye pa or say 10 times above the limit, and it poses risk to water bodies and aquatic ecosystems. This is serious. When him there or say 10 times above, just say a tumupo the normal routine no kran and so who say yensuo no sabinka emu ebe akono emu be healthy na etumi anom no abroso 10 times dangerous. Ama ensuo asabi enam honoma yedibi enom yedibi edua enduabaye no na face no sabi ye ka se aquatic ecosystem a fish ene emu asabi omotena ensuo mu no they are at a higher risk in terms of yensuo any high mercury akosa ensuo nim na se yetena omanim na se yesey a ehun sunsuanso no etesen se sia ne ye fishes omo enwu a omo de yare e na ebre yen because e be kwa kwache ne yakofie ne yakonwa ye de ofufuo ye de ye nkwan ye de ye aduane mankwala mpanyinfuo high risk ena ye de ema ye hu sisia no so wo check enframa so a enframa no o say wasa Kenyako in the western region ohonom ena mo ko check the level of mercury no so no ohonom no mo check no so no ade a ano din ye pa. What it tells you is that enframa kra na ye home was a Borno way in western region wasa area ho nyina mo high risk enframa no kra mo home kra no problem ewom. So it tells you say Galamsey is not just about say insuo ni keke na say no. It is not just about say yenam ene ye friend say yensuo pe na say yo enframa kra ho home kra no sa area mu ho potem ho fo nyina no mo ewo problem. Isane say home na mo home no nke se mo home ade papa egumumu na enso no it is the opposite way eno ehun komo na wa hasisia no. Now o check fish nam ewo site ni nyina. Remember me catch us on call yes 6 regions. All the 6 regions no mo call ye nyina no. This is what they saw. Mercury. Now we check no. Almost say you within safe limit. However, sample size is insufficient for conclusive findings. What it tells you is say omako check bibia we are within senior ye hu beto ye kakra in terms of ye di sa enam na ye hu beto ye kakra but omun to be nkyere say sample size no mo de call ye no omun concluding wie but eno kra no so no dangerous. So omo back no be ka kire say sample size no mo de call ye nyina no highly infected. What it means is that enam bia ye re was 6 regions in nyina no a potential risk ema nipadua no yare eni owu ena beto ye. Or check food crops. Now food crops no check here no what the sunflower food crops no I mean he has potentially given you areas no ko ye nyina no and it tells you food crops or check you contombe tomatoes and afi so or check other specific areas no or detect ye nyina no show say high risk in terms of mercury na egumu no ano odin ye pa it is contombe ye tomatoes ane de ton ewo dwaso nyina no se ye check omokwa check ye ana omahu se mercury na ewo no ano odene ekosro and it is serious because if they are telling you say omo dictate high risk mercury in it na chese ade na no ohye so we check other ones now yenko the other ones no in terms of food crops now it tells you that adeno ekosru ye pa. I mean even if you check soil omo check wo savanna honoma dagrupe honoma it tells you say enyema ensheda enko ye wo honom ohokra so no omo kire say area honum nyina no local area ho nyina no risk no ano edin ye pa wo honom wo check insuo wo esi akwaso a and also show the same thing significant health risk due to exceedance of national water safety standards. Not just a chronic say team yensuo apart from some mercury ni prano standards in terms of professional water standards safety standards and say ke yusu nyina no yen yusu sade ni nyina ama niema ensheda enkoyie when it comes to yensuo. For instance I wo esiakwa in the eastern region osha fish ewo konongo and afeso akoboso a hoso show say levels above safety limits warrant further health risk evaluation. I say example checking with you another evaluation no check how health friends hazards when it comes to fishes. We check food crops be to say pumpkin leaves. We check western north hono so sure say check who say testing ni no who say it is not too good when it comes to your food crops in western north. So and I'll check soil. We check all the 3 sites no we check in na almost say levels in no and critical soil contamination. What it means is that soil na wo ho na asase na ye dua nuanema no wo mu nyina no highly contaminated with arsenic. This time we have moved from mercury no to arsenic, another metal that is also not good when it comes to induane and afeso no sabi yensuo ene de enum nyina. It is a check here. Omo check nsuo e wo konongo ene nyame be kire ne ankobra. Omo check here nyina no or say major contamination of drinking water sources. Serious public health concern. Ehono ehami ye pa. It is serious water problem, public health concern that the Ministry of Health should look into, because mo yewo konongo odumase nyame betre ankobra ho ko ni nyinara ye ka kire ye se yensu a ye nomo no asenek na ewo no ano odene, and it is a serious public health concern. We Ministry of Health ehu no motia, they need to go down there quickly to see to it to say yensuo a yenom ewo these areas am boss so kono go duma say nyame be twene ankobra nyina no man for eti ho nyina no, we need to check them. Very serious, very critical. We check fish ewo osino, we check here or say ohanum nyina no omo risk assessment omo ye nyina no, they need further to check for health as risk in terms of niema if you honum, but especially fish if you honum eba. Now we check all the 6 regions with the food crops in Oswa. Omo chere say a whole nyina so no omo check risk ni nyina no anoding with arsenic in it. So it tells you clearly say omani etim no say if this is what is happening to us little by little, slowly, say ya and echo slowly, na say high saying yamba, saying you, saying farmer, and this animal way na. I don't know how many years we have to live in Ghana. I don't know how many years we have. I don't know how many years we are shortening Sebi, the future generation. I don't know how we are solving problems for the inborns. I don't know. So if you check the conclusion, it tells you, say, mercury, a very alarming and high levels in Ashanti region, particularly in Konongo Dumase. Nothing, or say even at the Zongos, indicating serious health and environmental risk. In Tiyanuma Yeti a Ashanti region, particularly Konongo Dumase and Zongo, we have a problem. Your problem, they say, your environment in I say, because of the same Galamsey, your health a problem, and I will not doubt it. Opayanko check a hospital from Konfanochi down to a Konongo Government Hospital. It will tell you that we are having serious problems when it comes to your friend is mercury. Now check this one. Or say, or check Savannah, any western region, so no, it's also posing a risk to nearby communities. It's in here say and yes Savannah and western region kwao etineba etini can say adina moye no isusanso no edoso eyepo na nke ka yes Savannah and western podia you could have contained it, but you see entisa it is moving beyond these 2 regions, Savannah and western regions, and it is posing a high risk to nearby communities. And you can imagine the kind of scale yebabenya in terms of public health problems ewo krom hanom. O check other ones in nyina, it tells you say we are not safe. Even akwabo so ho nyina no o catch us say soil ni nyina no ene yensuo nyina no aye problem omugu so omo monitor as to see how things will go very well. Many are hear me and I will tell me I 92.9. Galamsey issues, Galamsey matters, and yet adia SSA didi agro. Yen find your politics. You started 2 Galamsey and you started born who the rule. It is a neminia wutieme, uko krum, na uko she, the ekoswo, wontrowa, ujene, umeko, utomatos, garlic, any the akenina, enko year. What it tells you is say, you have a serious problem. And I tell you, if this thing is not checked, if we don't check these things that are happening, it is a wunyebi esumu to Galamsey baby say Musia can who say Susan Swan in ano say and a bear and a bauso.